but we should be able to chat with you guys tonight. That is the plan. So just 1 second. Getting all the streams started. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
We do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yay.
We had our first live show festival in quite a while.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're ready. Let me double check real quick. Experimenting with new painting techniques. Playing around with some thick paint. That sounds like it. That sounds like us.
That's
okay,
us.
Here we go. I got off the wrong thing for a minute. Hey guys,
Hey.
Welcome to Tuesday. I'm John.
Happy Tuesday. I'm Jackie.
That's Jackie. Yeah. I hit the wrong button, of course. The little thing that's supposed to make life a little easier over here. We're all in the hand of Butterfingers over here.
But we're here.
But we're here. Yeah. That's so true. And we just got done with the Deep Ellum Arts Festival in Dallas, and man. I think us and maybe most of the other artists that were at the festival forgot what an art festival's like.
Man, it was pretty tiring. So it was weird too because it wasn't overly hot. It was hot, but it wasn't like overly hot. And then I guess it snuck up on people a little bit, but it was just exhausting. It was kind of exhausting. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, it was tiring. It was great to be around so many people and stuff though, to see that, and that was something that we haven't had. Like we did the Bayou Festival last spring, and that was the first festival since COVID started. And then this is the second one, like 6 months later almost. And
the Mayfest.
Oh, Mayfest, yeah. What did I say, Tulsa Fest?
Bayou.
Oh, I said Bayou. Oh yeah, Bayou is actually coming up. We're going to be in Houston doing that. But my brain's still
they all
mush
start to
from,
run together. It's cool.
My brain's still mush from the whole thing, and but that's okay. We had a great time. It is a lot of work. Like it's surprisingly, like festivals are a little exhausting. Like it's like working doubles, but outside and having to lift things and stuff for like 16 hours. I mean, because whenever you see the artists at a festival, you see them sitting down and laughing and sitting in a chair, and you think, oh, how easy. And that part is.
Well, I remember those days where you would peruse the art festivals and get a mild buzz and have a blast and all that fun stuff, and you'd look at the artists and the vendors and you'd be like, that's the life, a civilized carny. Mm-hmm. And then you do it and you're like, this is kind of an intense, labor-intensive, full gig.
Yeah.
You're exhausted.
It is. It's hard. You don't even realize that until you get into it. But there is a big payoff, though, because it's better than any, it's better than a gallery show in a lot of ways, in that it's all about you. You're not working with a gallery, so you have complete control over everything. And also you have that interaction with people that you don't really even have with a gallery. Because with a gallery, you're there to open the show, and then you leave, and the gallery owners are there, and they're the one who talks to the people that come in, so you don't get that firsthand, and you'll get a call or email saying, hey, a piece sold, and you're like, oh, great. But then you're just sort of, I don't know, who bought it? What do they like? What's their story?
Yeah, and one of my favorite aspects of the festivals is seeing people that we really only see that come through during the festival, or Kelly Petit came by and said hi,
Mm-hmm.
and we hadn't seen her in a couple years. She owns some of the coolest paintings, and she owns the last painting of Echo, and so she's a really great person. So just those people that come through that are friends that you rarely see, but that's probably my favorite part of the festivals.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. But I want to mention something before that. Down here, we're actually going to be at Frisco Discovery Center live this Saturday. Have an art show there, and this Saturday is a reception. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to give an art talk, and which is You know, so I don't know. I don't know. We always have fun with that, and that's going to be so much fun. And then a week after that, I'm actually teaching a workshop, and I believe people just have to register for it. Like I don't think there's a cost involved. I don't know.
Yeah. So the details with the reception this Saturday. It's from 5:30 to 8, and I do want to say that John's giving a lecture from 5:30 to 6:30.
Yeah,
and
so
then,
if you haven't heard me talk enough.
Yeah. and questions and stuff like that, so it should be pretty chill. But and then 6:30 to 8 is the just kind of wandering around and looking at the paintings and eating hors d'oeuvres, I guess. But
yeah.
So that's this Saturday, and then the art workshop you're talking about is Sunday, and that's from 2 to 4. And all you need to do is go to the Frisco Discovery Center and register for it. So
yeah, and I want to say too, like this place is really incredible. They call it the Discovery Center, and it has like three museums that are in it, like a video game museum and then a science thing. I mean, it's all this fun stuff. So
train museum.
Yeah, train museum. I mean, it's really cool, and it's all in the same spot. So if anybody wanted to come out for like the art talk, you know, and to hang out for a bit, have some fun with that. You know, you can bring the family, you know, you can go and do this other stuff as well, and you know, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. But I wanted to mention that this is the first like art show that we've done since COVID started. Like we've done like two festivals now. This is the very first art show, and you know, so I'm not sure. Like I haven't done this in so long. Like I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, an art. Yeah, this will be weird.
Yeah, an art reception. Like ooh.
It's funny too because with this art show, you were doing an art show at the same gallery right when COVID hit, and everything was kind of turned upside down, canceled. Mm-hmm. We actually just at that point went and picked up the art because there was nothing happening, and so in it being like the first art show, you know, reception situation back in is, I think, pretty cool. That
is. Hey, let me show you what I'm working on.
Okay, well, let me say really fast. Linda joins us, says, glad you were able to do it. Speaking of the art festival, and Barbara's with us and says, hey there, I found you on Facebook this time. Yay!
Oh, who found us?
Barbara.
Oh, Barbara. Hey, Barbara.
And Fred is with us and says, howdy, howdy. So,
hey, howdy.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, guys. Well, I've gone to the droids. You know, I've been working on this new painting technique. Like, I feel like my entire exploration in art has been going, you know, like starting with really thick stuff, and then me only being able to work with thick because I have to feel it and touch it to be able to get around. And then my dream then was for things to be really thin. Like I wanted to be able to paint thin just because I couldn't. You know, like my whole career in art has been trying to see if the grass is greener on the other side in a way. So just trying to chase the thin paint. Then finally I figured out techniques so that I could paint really thin, just super thin. And then, you know, I wanted, and the great thing about painting thin is that you can work in a lot of detail. The great thing about thick paint is that it's luxurious and it's like all this emotion and so much fun.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot of like really great feedback. A lot of even like collectors that have had had your work for a long time are like, I'm really digging the thick stuff. So yeah. I think you're onto something.
Thank you. I love to hear that. this okay. So here's the idea. Finally, these two worlds are meeting. Like the grass is greener on the other side. I'm tearing down that fence. So there is no other side. It's the thick and the thin, and it's all coming together. So it's just one big yard, I guess. The grass is everywhere. And so I'm working on paintings where it could be thin to show detail, but then thick to show the emotion and the fun and all that. So that's been tricky. It sounds easy to do, maybe, but it's been a little bit of a thing because if you have really thick paint, sometimes that'll throw off the proportion of where the paint is thin. It's kind of hard. It's like having a 3D element that comes out of a painting. It sounds like it would be cool, but then that throws off all the other stuff in the painting that's 2D
Yeah.
So what I did, I'm going to show you guys. So this is the R2, and this is actually, it's a raised drawing. So you can't see that probably. I don't know if you can. So I don't know how great this camera is, but
it's like 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters off the canvas.
Yeah, it's real thin. So really put your face up against the screen, and maybe you can see.
Really rub your face on that.
Yeah. So let me show you. So I've been experimenting. This is a painting that we've seen. So this is a moo cow. So I love painting cows, especially like Jersey cows. They just have the sweetest expression. I don't know. So I have this, and this is sort of, it's an impasto paint. So if you think like Van Gogh, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's sort of the way it is. It's a medium texture, I'd say. I mean, it's really thick for most paintings. But if you were here and feeling this, you would definitely feel every paint stroke in this, which I love, and I think it's cool. But then it's able to get thin in areas, so I can actually draw lines. So this is like, a step one sort of thing. Well, and it's a finished idea. So I don't want to make this sound like, as I'm working up these techniques and stuff, it's not like all these others are bad, because it's just I'm trying to work up different ways to make thickness and thin. So the cow was one way.
Yeah, the best way the best part of art is experimenting, So.
Yeah, like you have to be okay with failure, and you have to, because you'll never get a success. Like the cow, I love that. I think that was great. I wouldn't call that technique a failure or anything. So I love it, and that's a technique I'm going to use a lot. Now with this is I'm a carousel horse. So the horse itself, like in the real life horse, would be a wooden horse that's on a carousel. And that's great because it lends to like more of a blocky kind of drawing and all. So you can go crazy because of the subject matter. You can go crazy with the colors. You can go crazy with the whole blocky feel of it. So this is thicker than the cow. The background, everything is thicker. Blah, it's thick. So there's that. So the cow, a little more detail, thick, really thick in some places, not as thick in others. Okay, now, there we go. Okay. I've only got one more, then we're back to the robot. Don't worry. This is not a never-ending. Oh crap! Sorry guys, sorry. Hang on to your computers. You're going for a ride.
So, and this was what you were working on at the festival.
Yeah.
Understand.
Oh.
But I may have a few recommendations. There's a skill called
Computer.
car ride. Would you
Stop. Sorry. My devices like to talk to me. I have a Bluetooth. I almost said the C word again.
Sure, to talk to me.
No, computer, stop.
News, or
Computer,
or you can ask for.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be quiet just for a second so it doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Okay, so this painting is not done. So those other two were done. This one I'm still working on. And it's got a crazy eye right now. I'm just working on its eyes. So it's got one mad eye that's looking out at you. But this is extremely thick. It's like that carousel horse that we just saw. It's really thick and it's wild, crazy color. And I wanted to work on this because this is a very free-flowing painting. And it's almost done, but the parts I'm going to do is really going to change the look because I want to accentuate the muscles and dimension of the horse. So it gives it more of a musculature, more of like a raw power. So I'm going to do that with some paint on there.
We're gonna
by using paint.
Paint, you say?
Yeah, paint. I mean, thick paint.
Well, Christy has joined us and says hello.
Oh, Christy, gosh.
Glad you made it home safe.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
yeah.
you're at home.
Yeah, are you able to? Christy was showing at the same Deep Elm Arts Festival.
Yeah, she was equally as exhausted.
Yeah, and we heard so many good things. People would go to her booth, and then we'd talk to them later, and we heard people talking about her photography. It's always amazing, but it's great to hear other people realize it too. Whenever they see it, so that's
Definitely.
cool. One thing about the festival I have to say is that I'm not used to talking that loud, because we were near a stage, and the stage it was just guitar music, like what do you call it? Like not plugged in.
Like not mic'd?
Yeah, like just it was acoustic.
Oh,
yeah, it was acoustic guitar, so it wasn't like super loud. Although like they had PAs for it, but just having you talk to be heard over with people for 3 days.
Well, I mean, yeah, period. Talking. I mean, you're out there for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Talking nonstop to people.
Yeah,
So it's a thing.
It made my voice a little. We had yesterday to rest with it and all, but golly, guys, I'll tell you.
Well, Fred says intense. Speaking of your painting, and Chrissy says, you guys are so sweet. Home and definitely exhausted. So, I feel you. I think like yesterday when I got back, or yesterday was our first full day at the house without a festival, and I was like, mindset go, got to get everything done. Jack, school, blah blah blah. And then today I think it hit me. I'm kind of tired.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yesterday I think I was running on adrenaline a little bit of it, just being back home, everything being normal. I mean, we were home every day. It's a local, it was a local show, but yeah, today I felt I laid down on the treadmill because I use it to stretch my back out. I don't use it as a treadmill. Jackie actually gets on it to run. I get on it because it's a nice flat kind of raised thing. I can really stretch my back out. And I was there and I fell asleep for like a minute, and then Eagle came over and she bumped my leg. Like, what are you doing? Like, they're still laying down on the job.
Supposed to sleep in that thing.
I just because I was front. But here, let me show you guys something. Okay, so we had the horse. There was all crazy thick stuff and wild color. And I thought if I could use that same technique on something that's wild and crazy like a horse, and on something that's sort of it's like a droid. You know, it's something that's man-made, that's really straight lines, it's rigid and all that. And if I could do the cool kind of abstract, thick sort of stuff with that, then that would be a really great technique. Maybe I could do a lot of things with it. It would be very versatile. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I had the horse there, and that's why I have R2 here, because I entered nerd life early, and I was there for the first Star Wars, and
This is not your first R2 to paint.
yeah, it's not my first rodeo with R2, and I got the original little action figure with the paper, little decals and stuff, and man, I know R2 backwards and forwards, and just love this little droid. I'm a little bummed out that we don't actually have droids yet. You know, I thought when I was a kid and I was seeing R2 and stuff in the movies, I thought surely by the time I'm an old dude, we'd have personal droids. You know, we would. But look, I'm an old dude, no personal droid.
Yeah,
I do have a really cool dog though.
The
Eagle's
closest,
awesome, but
yeah, well, that's true.
I'd dress her up like in a little golden armor, a little like C-3PO. She's a yellow lab, so it kind of blends.
That's what her Halloween outfit should be.
Yeah.
Well, Owen joins us, says Star Wars. Wow, R2D2. That's cool.
Oh, thank
so
you,
He is a
Owen.
fan as well.
Owen, you're awesome. I like you even more. Anybody that likes R2.
The closest we got to a droid in the house was when The Force Awakens comes out, and you got me a little BB-8.
Ooh,
And
the Roomba.
I love that thing. It still sits outside on display,
Oh.
but that thing was cool because you could like turn it on and control it. It would, and then the coolest thing was playing the movie on the big screen in the house and then turning that thing on, and it would watch the movie with you. So it would like ooh and ah and beep at certain moments in the movie. I was like, I love that thing.
I know, and I'm really thinking a droid it'd be really great. Like all the like devices, smartphones, all this sort of stuff. Everything in the house is starting to become smart. So it's almost like our house is becoming like a droid in a way. But I think having a little thing that would just wander around the house, make sure everything's good.
I know. Well, I mean, you had like the vacuum cleaner thing that wandered around the house, but it barely vacuumed.
Well, it worked good until it broke, but it was nice though, and you could just talk to it was one that linked to the Wi-Fi, so you could just say.
You like
hey,
the being able to talk to the thing more than its vacuuming capabilities.
I like having some sort of semblance of power and control.
Okay, well, I can appreciate that. Well, Christy says, I know, when I saw the Jetsons, I thought I'd have an automated maid and be flying to work.
Yeah, where's our Rosie? We need a Rosie.
Yeah, I need that mechanism that just lifts the bed and shoots you out into the shower.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That would
Owen
be
says,
handy.
there's an interactive R2D2 droid by Hasbro. Yes.
Oh yes. I know. I thought about that, but man, I want my R2 to just
Get you a beer.
Well, just to be able to go on its own and do things, So I don't know.
Well, Fred says that's from the little vacuum things. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, ounces, and it's like $16.
So we're gonna give it its day in court.
Yeah. So here's exactly. Let's do it. Okay, so this one, not open yet.
Oh, fancy.
Like on that horse that I was showing earlier, they used an entire jar of that on the horse to get that thick stuff. So
So are you gonna stick your finger in it?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out $2 worth on my finger.
Oh, really?
Okay, here we go. Ugh.
Is it everywhere?
Not yet, but okay. So I'm gonna hold that. Is that? Can you see that?
Okay, yeah. It looks.
So this stuff is kind of thick.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bloop. Okay, so we see this. This stuff is really thick. What I'm thinking is that this other stuff is probably a little thinner. So it's probably not, because when I can squeeze it, I can feel it.
Oh.
So I think it's probably a little thinner, but it may depend on how thick you want the thing. So if you need it like really, really thick, you may have to do the expensive stuff. But if you need it thick, but it doesn't have to be like crazy thick, because both of these things are supposed to keep the form. So like it's like whatever, however you put it. If you're using a paint knife or a brush, it's supposed to stay the way that you leave it. It's not supposed to level out. In other words, so this stuff. Let's see.
Well, Christy says at that price you have to give it a go.
Yeah, it is thinner. I can feel it. It's thinner.
Yeah,
So-
it is.
Yeah, so it is thinner, but
It might be worth it though, depending on how big you can leave your peaks when you're painting.
yeah. So I'll do this, but with any of these mediums, they are going to shrink whenever they dry, because it's just the moisture in it goes away. So it will shrink. So it will be smaller. So if you have a big glob, it'll keep all the bristle marks, hopefully, in the mark of the paint knife, but it'll just reduce down a little bit. So I'm going to play around with this stuff, and I'll let you guys know. If anybody's not sure what you use this with, like what you do with this, well, it's a medium, and this is something that you can mix in with paint. And I'm always surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised. I guess because I use mediums so much. But a lot of like professional artists, even, they don't necessarily use mediums that much or at all. And some are like, oh yeah, I've heard of them, but I don't really know what to do with them. These things are great. They're really amazing because, like, I can take one paint and I can add a medium to it, and I can make this a watercolor paint. Or I can add another medium and I can make it act like an oil paint. Or I can add another medium to it, and it can act like a putty or even like a clay, or you can carve it. And it's all using the same paint. You're just adding a different medium that changes the way the paint works.
I'm gonna leave the link to that company, Handy Art. I'm gonna put it in the comments for anybody out there that's curious about that.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. And also, I'm not endorsing this.
Yeah, we haven't even
yet.
tried it yet. So
Yeah, I haven't just opened it, so I'm gonna see. So, and I'm not gonna paint a lot on this tonight because it's probably gonna take a little while, and I haven't used this stuff yet. So I don't want to, but I do want to put some down so we can just see what happens with it. And Jackie was going to see.
Okay.
She had a game that she was going to
So-
embarrass me with or something. I'm not sure. I mean,
Well,
if,
I'm not. No,
if
this
history is
isn't-
any.
This is not embarrassing. I just thought it would be fun to get down to the nitty gritty and find out what famous artists you would be.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's like a personality quiz for anybody out there that's done a million of these on the interwebs. I'm going to ask John a series of questions. I would love to hear your answers through the comments for how you would answer it. And I'm going to put the link to the quiz on the comments as well if you want to take it and then tell us what artist you are. So,
That sounds cool.
are you ready to figure out which famous artist you are?
Yes, I am. Hey,
Okay.
let me say really quickly too. Okay, so I'm putting this in this rectangle here. I really like how it handles.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, let me put some of this golden stuff by it.
Well, and Owen said I have to get a print of R2.
Oh,
He's a fan.
Gosh, Owen, I really appreciate that. Let's see if he turns out. he may be like R2 on fire by the time we do it. He's like the battle destroyer. Look, okay, here. Look at this, guys. Real quick, I'm sorry. I want to find out what kind of thing. Okay, see this stuff. See how it's peeking up, and I can feel it with the paint knife how it's going away from it. It's like wanting to fall over. So it's much thinner. This is the golden down here. I don't know if you can see that, but this stuff it's so thick. It just stays there. Like it's much thicker. But I do like the way this stuff handles. So anyway, sorry, I just want to mention that really quick.
That's interesting. That's the point. Cool. So maybe for certain paintings it works better, and
Yeah.
I mean, at that price you just decide what look you're going for, I guess.
Yeah. Like if you're going for something you need like crazy thickness. Although you can also do multiple layers. Of course, if you're having to do multiple layers, then it's going to be twice as expensive. But if something is 4 times more expensive,
Yeah.
then you could do 3 layers and it would still be a little cheaper. Tell you what.
Okay, are you officially ready for this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I am. I'm officially ready. Gosh,
Okay.
I hope I get Van Gogh. I don't know if he's an option, but that would be cool.
Okay. First question. Since preschool, what belongings have you treasured most? And here are your choices.
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll try to do these a little quick so, we're not dwelling on it. A painting you made in class, a clay figurine, a stuffed animal, a musical instrument, something much more random. So since preschool, what belongings have you treasured most? A painting you made in class, a clay figurine, a stuffed animal, a musical instrument, something much more random.
Probably something much more random.
Really, it's not the little duck that you still have sitting on the shelf from your grandmother?
Those,
I'm not supposed to mention that.
don't you disparage Ducky. Well, like, I
Okay, no, that's cool.
I drew a lot, but I would throw all my drawings away. Like
I gotcha.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I like some. There's toys that I really like. So maybe the doll, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, Fred's was a musical instrument.
Ooh, nice, Fred.
Okay. The last time you did something artsy, it was singing Backstreet Boys songs to your significant other,
Every day.
designing graphics for publication, composing your masterpiece on guitar in your basement, filming and editing the next big independent film, or painting in the nude.
Oh my gosh, I was glad when you said painting, but in the nude. Gosh, it made me forget what the other ones were. I'm sorry.
Okay. Singing Backstreet Boys songs to your significant other, designing graphics for publication, composing your masterpiece on guitar in your basement, filming and editing the next big independent film, or painting in the nude.
Gosh, I want to say painting, but I mean, I guess underneath these clothes, everybody's naked underneath
That's
their
true.
clothes.
That's true.
So I guess painting, but filming the thing might be more accurate because,
Well, yeah, let's go painting because I mean,
Okay.
we're all in the nude in theory. Okay.
This quiz is taking a turn.
Well, and Fred was just working on guitar pieces before this, so
Oh,
I have a
okay.
feeling his famous artist is going to be a musician.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh, maybe Picasso.
Where do you go when you have more work to do than you have time to do it? The library, a cafe, a party, another continent. You go nowhere and you lock yourself in your room, telling your housemates to slide you a microwave dinner under the door every 3 hours. I know the answer to this.
The microwave dinner one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a lock on my studio door.
Yeah.
I've got to lock myself away, guys.
Yeah, when John's doing an intense drawing, it gets locked. And that's, of course, right when I need something.
Yeah. That's not by plan.
At all. Okay. How do you attract attention? By
I'm
doing
painting in the nude.
Clearly. By doing nothing at all, you attract attention effortlessly. Throw a party with more beers than people can have responsibly drink. Being kind and letting your personality shine. Oh.
Oh.
Buying people gifts or doing something dangerous.
I don't know. I want to say the party thing. Like, we used to throw, but back when we were cool, we would throw really fun parties, but it was always like really like, I don't know, calm, fun things. It was like, I don't know. It was like
Sometimes they weren't calm.
Well, it was a lot of drink, but everybody was really happy and friendly. Is what I mean. Like everybody was like,
yeah,
it was really
always
happy,
party.
sort of,
Yeah.
sort of things. I try to be kind, but I don't know.
I mean, that's probably how everybody would. The majority of people would be like, describe John in 3 words.
Party animal?
Yeah. No. Kind would be one of them.
Oh, really? Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh, thanks, baby.
So, what would you like to put?
Gosh, I guess kind, because I'm going to blame it on COVID, but we haven't thrown a party in a long time. So one day.
Well, and then Fred said, yep, he locks himself in the garage and works. And then he said, sit back and let the mystery build. That's
There you go.
how he rolls. Okay. Here you go. You ready? You're seeing a psychiatrist and she tells you to narrate your life story starting from the first thing you remember. You start at age 16 and start talking about all the bad things you've done. You start at age 6 and talk about the influence of your parents. You fabricate or borrow a story about your friend. You start talking about your childhood, focusing on your emotions. Or you realize how expensive it will get and find a new psychiatrist.
Probably the last one.
That's funny.
How much does this cost me?
Yeah, really. It's a ridiculous question.
That's why I paint. Painting's my therapy. It doesn't matter how expensive these mediums are; they're still cheaper than getting real help.
That's true. But what would you really answer?
Probably the last one. Well,
Really?
Either that or the childhood thing. I mean, I have really early childhood memories.
Every time you give your talk, you start at like super early.
Oh yeah. What about being a kid and
Yeah.
parents and all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that. Okay, yeah.
I don't want to sway you.
No, go ahead and sway me. That's.
I feel like I know you better than you know yourself.
You probably do. Gosh.
I'll just answer the rest of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Would you? That'd really speed this up.
Fred said he would lie.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting.
Yeah, really.
Okay. Where do you go to satisfy your artistic craving?
Ooh.
The local art exhibit. The porch at the nearby cafe where you can watch people do daily activities. Somewhere beautiful with natural life and abundant with fresh air. You turn on the TV in search of some interesting films, or you go in the kitchen, grab a few random ingredients, and see what you can come up with.
You know, I'm kind of torn because the first one you said what was that?
A local art exhibit.
Yeah, look, like I love that. That's such a great way to get inspired, but also going to a cafe and being around people, like, or going to like a pub or somewhere, and being around other people. It just like the next day my work is just I just want to. I also get inspired by that.
Yeah, I could see you doing that more, like, because there's moments where you're like, I gotta get out, I gotta get out.
Yeah, I guess the cafe, but I really love going to the exhibits and seeing what other artists are doing.
Okay.
But I'll say the cafe.
Well, and then Fred said, just kidding. I would probably childhood and without the emotions. And then Fred would do fresh air.
Ooh.
All right.
That's all good answers.
Okay. What is your life's motto? Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die tomorrow. Love hurts. Be a leader, not a follower. Get the money first, and everything else will follow. Family love is unconditional.
Oh goodness. Well, family love is unconditional.
Okay.
I like the first one too, because like to live in the moment and all. Like I think that's one thing that it really became apparent whenever like I had the trouble in college with the vision and all.
Yeah.
Was like, man, you need to do what it is that you enjoy doing in your life. Like what gives your life purpose. And that sort of changed my whole life.
Yeah.
So I guess I go with that one.
Okay, so
But I like the other one.
dream as if you'll live forever.
Yeah, it sounds
Cheese.
cheesy. Yeah, it does sound very cheesy.
But you're cheesy. You're a cheesy guy.
Oh, am I? Well, okay. Thank you.
In a good way.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. And Fred said family first.
Yeah.
Okay. How advanced are you technologically?
Well, I still have the same operating software I began with, so I don't know.
Yikes. Your technology interests end at the TV remote. You enjoy graphic design and video editing. All you care about is something that plays music. You sit around wishing you could learn more. Or you like to surf the web to see interesting things other people are doing.
The last one, because I'm constantly, like today I've listened while I was painting. I listened to a thing about the layers of the earth, and I listened to a thing about Neptune, and listened to stuff about painting techniques, and yeah, just
You are a nerd.
And I'm currently painting a robot, wishing it was real. Maybe
You're using some crazy
I'm trying to turn this
colors.
robot into a real boy. Come on.
I'm just now looking at it, and you're using some crazy colors.
Yeah. Okay, and two, these colors and all that. This is going to be sort of the underpainting, and the underpainting should be like the first. So it's not really the underpainting. So I'm not doing like just blocky colors and all that, but I'm just kind of playing around with it, putting some bright colors. Then I can always go again, over it and add some different stuff. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Fred said graphic design and video editing.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay. What period of art resonates with you most? Renaissance art, Romanticism, modern art, contemporary art, or medieval art?
I was waiting for impressionism
I know,
and stuff
it's
or
not
pop,
there.
but can you say that one more time then, please?
Yeah. Renaissance art, Romanticism, modern art, contemporary art, or medieval art?
Oh gosh. Oh man, I
What's
don't
the
know.
one closest to
Contemporary, maybe?
really?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, okay.
what are they-
Impressionist is probably closest to Romanticism, I would guess.
I don't know. You think?
I mean, think about Monet's work. Doesn't that seem romantic?
Well, sort of, but I mean, I think of like Renoir and stuff, and
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. My modern art, I'm not much of. I mean, I like it, but I wouldn't. It's not like my
Yeah, you don't.
But-
yeah.
contemporary, like new stuff that's coming out. I'm really interested about that stuff.
Okay.
Out of that, I mean, I wouldn't really pick any of those. So, maybe
Okay.
I'm overthinking it.
Okay, which one should I officially pick?
Contemporary, how about?
Contemporary. Okay.
We'll just. I may be wrong, but
Okay. All right.
But me being wrong, it's also a part of me.
Steve Evans joins us, says Renaissance would be his pick.
Oh.
And Fred said
Nice.
maybe modern art, none are great. So he's not a fan.
Yeah, it's hard. That's a hard pick.
Okay. You pride yourself on your ability to. Here are the options: draw straight lines, take perfect pictures with your eyes closed, play 2 instruments at the same time, dance, sing, and act, make friends with the right people who have the above abilities.
I don't know. I'd say draw straight lines, but I do believe your friends are like an important thing. Like I always heard that about the great presidents in history. It wasn't that they could do everything well. It was that they picked people that could do things better than they could. So that's, I don't know. That's always important. But I'll say draw a straight line.
Okay.
I can't hang a painting straight, which is funny, on a wall. Have a horrible time trying to get it straight, but I can draw a straight line. I don't know. You would think the two would translate, but nope, apparently not.
Okay. Where do you find escape from society?
Ooh.
Driving,
Yeah.
dangerously,
Yeah, dangerously driving. I'm an excellent driver.
at your best friend's house, alone in your room, at the beach, reading a book.
What is it I'm doing? Oh,
Find escape from society.
gosh, I guess alone in my room?
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I spend
mean-
a whole lot of time in the studio by myself.
Yeah, I guess. That makes sense.
It sounds depressing though when you put it like that. It's like, it's
I
like,
would say reading a book, but it's been a little while since I think you've done like an audiobook.
Yeah. I listen to stuff constantly,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, alone in your room.
I guess so.
Great.
You know what? Yeah, let's go with it. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. That might get you closer to Van Gogh. All right.
Nice.
Christy said driving, and then Fred said in the garage, which is his music studio.
Oh, nice.
And Steve says the beach, but actually the garden.
Oh.
That would be nice.
That is nice.
And Fred said playing multiple instruments, surprise, surprise. So,
Wow.
Oh, and yes. So, and then Steve said make friends to the prior question.
That's really cool to be able to play 2 instruments at once. Like, whenever somebody plays the guitar and hums on the harmonica,
Yeah, I can't.
it's like,
that
and
sounds
then they're
really
singing, and maybe they're tapping their toe and they're whatever. I was like,
One
you need
man
to burn
band
that
over
person.
there.
Which? You need to burn that person. It's some sort of magical ability they have. So cool.
Okay, last question.
Oh, okay.
And then we will know officially what famous artist you are. Which best describes your friend situation?
Uh-oh. Imaginary.
Imaginary. You have many friends, but you really only like 2 of them. You have many friends and you love them all. You have a small amount of friends that you can trust. You don't have friends, but you have a significant other. You have friends, but most of your life revolves around yourself.
Oh, Lord, I don't know. I mean, we're all kind of self-absorbed, aren't we? Maybe. Or maybe I'm just saying that because I'm self-absorbed.
Well, and does
And it's not, that's not the case?
I'm curious, is it like, as you get older, your friends, you may have lots of friends, but the real friends shrink.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Your circle tends to shrink.
Yeah, can you say those one more time?
Yeah, you have many friends, but you really only like 2 of them.
Well, I like all my friends, or they wouldn't be my friends.
Well, you don't have to pick that.
Oh, I know. It just seems weird. Like, is it really a friend if you don't like the person?
I don't know. You have many friends and you love them all. You have a small amount of friends that you can trust. You don't have friends, but you have a significant other. You have friends, but most of your life revolves around yourself.
You know what? I'll say I have many friends in the happy one. I don't know what was it? You have many friends, but...
You have... Wait. Oh, many friends and you love them all.
What do you... I mean, I don't know. Gosh, it's hard.
I mean, I would say...
It'd be like I have friends, but I'm a bit of a...
You do have a lot of friends, but I mean, at what point are friends and what and versus acquaintances? That's the difficult part.
I have a lot of friends, but I'm a bit of an introvert. So
yeah.
a little, so they don't have that. Do they have a write-in option?
No, there's no write-in option. Well, Steve says a small amount of friends would be his. And Chrissy says, correct, few, but they are close, reliable friends. And it's an elite group that's more like family. That makes sense. See, that's kind of like, I think that's where a lot of people are, I mean, like, I would probably pick, you have a small amount of friends that you can trust. I mean, like, I feel like I know a lot of people and I have friends.
Yeah, I think I would do that too, because I do it like, and I have a lot of friends and I love them all, but there aren't that, but how many friends do you actually hang out with all the time? And,
yeah.
Yeah, it makes it hard too because of COVID, because then you think, well,
I think the secret to knowing, like, if you have if you click with somebody and you're, like, good friends, is that if you, well, for one, you can just sit quietly in a car and not feel like you need to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Or talking to them, it doesn't in the slightest bit feel like small talk. At any moment, even when you haven't seen them in a year and you just walk up on them, it's like none of it feels like small talk. I can't stand small talk.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's so true. Yeah,
that's a sign of a good friend.
You're right. You nailed it.
So
I'll take that answer.
Okay, so what is that? Small amount of friends that you trust, or you love everyone?
Small amount that I trust.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
All right, here. Are you ready for your answer?
Gosh, I guess. Yes, okay. I'm ready. I'm prepared
submitting.
For the judgment.
Let's see.
Oh, the anticipation is...
Well, Fred said, it would be hard for you guys that have 1 billion followers on the medias. I do not. And then Barbara said no sound, but I'm not sure. I can hear it, so I know we're getting it.
Oh, sorry, Barbara. Well, I can't sign it. But so you can hear me saying I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on 1 second. You tell everybody what you're doing while I try to get the answer here.
Yes. I'm okay. So I mixed some orange and some deep cadmium red, and a little deep yellow over here on this part. For the first thing I did though was I laid down the medium on this first, which I don't normally do. I normally mix the paint in the medium, but I thought this might be kind of interesting. This medium actually dries kind of clear, at least it's supposed to. So I thought that'd kind of be interesting to have it. I don't know, make it a little more translucent in places where it kind of comes through, because I'm going to put other paint on top of these, like to tint them or to darken them, a little bit. So, but the idea is that I'm going to go all over the robot here, and I'm going to try to make it really thick. I'm going to do like a layer over that, and then I'm going to take it from there to see what to do. I feel like you have an answer.
Yeah.
I heard you snicker.
Okay. Technically, this quiz
Uh-huh.
says you're Marcel Duchamp.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe. No.
I don't know what to think about that. Well, I like the name Marcel.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. It says you have a playful and mysterious nature that draws people's attention. Not a person of words. You tend to let your actions do the talking. Your greatness comes in your ability to stir curiosity through your art. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, well,
Isn't-
outside of the not talking a lot, I would agree.
Yes, but I can't speak French, so that's one thing. Didn't Duchamp he did the
He did the toilet.
the dirty the urinal.
urinal.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. He's an out of the box thinker.
So
My name is John. Is that another name for toilet? And I can see it's starting to ring. So okay.
Christy says, yes, fill out all the crazy questions it asks for. I know who I got. Can't wait to see who John gets. Cassie Garb joins and says, my sound works fine. She's responding to Barbara. And then Christy's was Ansel Adams.
Oh, that's nice.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Well, that's cool.
That's a pretty good artist to be. Famous.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
You haven't done yet, have you?
I have not done me.
I'd be interested to
I
see.
wonder who I'd be.
If you get Van Gogh, I'm gonna be jelly.
I don't think I would get Van Gogh because I feel like he might be a moody artist and nothing I would answer would make me moody. I don't know, maybe.
Huh,
I don't
that's
know.
interesting.
Anyway.
Well, that was fun though. Thanks for the quiz. Now, and the fun thing about it though too is it makes me want to look up more information about Duchamp. And
Yeah.
just to see, like, oh, okay, well, who is this guy? Like, because I know him of him and a little bit, maybe just what you read in passing or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never really looked into it, so I'm gonna do that.
Crazy. Well, Christy said Jackie's turn. I will take the quiz after this, and I will let everybody know
Yeah, that'd be cool.
what I get tomorrow. That'd be fun.
Although, I one of the first things I wanted to add to the studio, and I never did, was a urinal.
Oh, jeez.
I thought it'd be so great in here.
When we went house hunting before we bought this house, one of the houses that we looked at actually had a urinal in the garage. Like, they had converted half the garage
Genius.
into a room and put a urinal in there. Like, you clearly knew that a bunch of bachelors lived there.
Yeah, it was we live in a college town with two major colleges, and it was definitely a house that a bunch of guys had bought and lived in, and they just it was like, that was so funny. But at first we thought that is so strange, and then after a while thought strange, but a weird sort of genius along with that. You're not tying up a bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Barbara said, who is it? Write it on a paper. She doesn't have any sound. So he got this.
Oh.
So I wrote it on the paper.
I almost said it louder, like Marshall Duchamp.
Anyway, so
That's funny.
So next Tuesday we will do trivia. We will give away art.
Yeah. And if anybody's in the Dallas area, like around Frisco, Denton, we are going to be at the Frisco Discovery Center, and I'm so excited about that. It's the first art talk sort of thing, where you can just celebrate art and have fun with it. And in the Discovery Center, I'm actually I want to bring our son there, and because he would love the train museum, he would love the science part, he would love all of that.
We've done
the video game museum.
Yeah, we've done the video game museum and the science one.
Oh, did you?
We've never done the train one. Yeah. Well, Jack and I have. Jack and I went for.
I was probably in the studio.
And, and Brian went.
Waiting for TV dinner to be slid under the door. Where's my TV dinner? Where are these guys? Where are these characters?
Well, Fred said it's fun to answer those, even though they are hypothetical. And Christy says, "Congrats on your Discovery Center gig. Thank you."
Oh, thank you.
So, I guess we're pretty much done. I do want to recap. Saturday, 5:30 to 8. Is the lecture reception at the Frisco Discovery Center. So be sure and come out, say hi if you're in the Frisco, Dallas area. And then the 26th is the art workshop that we're doing. You just have to register by going to the Frisco Discovery Center website, and that is from 2 to 4 on the 26th. So And follow us on the Facebooks. We'll post constantly about it, reminding everybody. And I'm going to send out an e-blast about it. So if you sign up for the e-newsletter, if you want more updates on where we're going to be. But other than that, I would say like and subscribe and share us with your friends.
Oh yeah, and I was just thinking too. I think like if you go to the show, I think Barbara was hoping to make it, and Shirley and Chevy, which were two of the models that were in the paintings, are going to be there.
Yeah,
they're hoping. So that'd be cool. So we can all hang out together.
Meet the models. That'd be awesome. So we hope you guys are out there, and we'll see you next Tuesday, if not Saturday.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thanks.